if you're a person who thinks that open up a child support case, even if you're the one paying it, you're just letting us get into your life, and we're not going to listen to you, and we're just going to take all your stuff. These are things that I hear from people, things that I thought too. If you're going to open your case up in Lassen, those kinds of things aren't going to happen. I have 2 daughters, and I have a son, and I have another son that's passed away. Whenever I think about my children, even the 2 girls that I haven't seen since 2007, I have had and will always have a desire to care for them. I went to work in 2007 one day, came home, and they were gone. I haven't seen them since. Find myself in the legal system dealing with child support court. Is child support child custody? Are they the same thing? This is a common misconception, okay? Child support and child custody happen in 2 different courts, okay? Or 2 different departments within the court. What we do here is we take the parents' incomes, right? We figure out what each parent is making, what each parent, how much time each parent is spending with the child. We take into account their financial situation when it comes to whatever expenses they have, what their income is, those kinds of things. So essentially what we do is we figure out what is the fairest amount of child support that should be ordered per case. We make recommendations to the court, and once the orders are made, then we enforce those orders. So we get income withholding, we collect child support by any other means that we can. We work with parents if they're having difficulties, stuff like that, paying. We work with the parents to try to at least give them some consideration, if they're falling on hard times. We continue those cases all the way until they end. In any kind of a struggle, you want to put yourself in a good position to at least have a little bit of say, be able to at least be in a position where you have some kind of a voice. So that's why I went down and opened the case up on myself, right? I wanted to be able to have that voice, but at the same time also show the court or anybody else that cared to actually look at my case that way, that look, I'm not a deadbeat. I'm opening the case up on myself, okay? I want to pay child support for my children who just left the other day, right? I'm not waiting for the system to catch up to me. I'm not trying to skirt around my responsibility, right? I want to care for my children. Kelly, who's now the director, was my actual case manager when I first came to Lassen County. And she was the opposite of everything that I've been talking about. And it was crazy too, because the only thing she really did for me was she looked me in the eye, she treated me like a human being, she told me what I could and couldn't do, and she didn't make me any promises. That's all she did. That was it. And as a case manager myself now, I knew what I wanted, so whenever I'm dealing with male non-custodial parents, I know that's essentially what they're looking for too. They're not asking for favors, okay? These are grown men, these are fathers, husbands, ex-husbands in some cases, who they just want to take care of their obligations. They want to retain some honor. They don't want to walk through the door and feel like they're being judged. And they at least they want a fair shake. She was the first person I saw that really extended that to me. At the end of the day, this whole situation, this back and forth, his money, her money, visitation time, all that stuff, the court, that whole process, at the end of the day, this thing really boils down to, it is about the children in the case, okay? It is about making sure that the children, no matter which parent they're with, are financially provided for. That's why I love Lassen County. What would I tell somebody about my team who's from the public that's thinking about opening up a case? That's essentially what you're asking me. I could be up there at Eagle Lake fishing, and here's some guy standing next to me, and as guys do, he's talking about whatever's tough right now, and because of the unique job that I have, I would be able to tell him, hey man, it's actually in your best interest to get down to that office as soon as humanly possible. My team, they're extremely competent. They're going to hear you out. They're not out to get you. They're not out to take all of your stuff. On the opposite of that, they're going to inform you. They're going to let you know how the system works. They're going to let you know what can and can't be used. They're not going to represent her. They're not going to represent you. They're going to represent your child. When people walk through the door, they're treated like people. You're a person with a story, with concerns, with questions, and we address them. If you're thinking about opening up a case, you need to come to the office and talk to us, okay? Because you can, in our county, you can actually sit down with a case manager and talk to them. And we'll talk to you as long as you need to. I would tell them, look, man, I felt the same way, right? But it's not like that down here. It's not like that in Lassen County. And I'm proud of that.